Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How was your day today? How's things in your world? How's life going where you are? Please let me know. Because, I still love hearing from you. Today was a semi-busy day at work. We have a conference tomorrow that we got a display at, a booth, and I had to go set up and get posters ready and all that sort of stuff. So I had to get that done this morning so that we could go set it up this afternoon, and then we went and did all that. Tomorrow I'll be there all day doing that, and busy stuff, just busy work really. But I wanted to address one of the questions and kind of give away one of my favorite little secrets. People who have been in this space know my little secret because I point it out to them because it amuses me, and nobody has ever pointed this out on any of my videos. And Thrasher had asked for a shop tour a while ago, and it's coming. It'll happen. I just have to get it to a point where I would actually show it to you. I mean, if I showed it to you right now, it would just look like a confusing mess, because it is a confusing mess. It needs more storage. It needs cleaned up. And, it'll get there. But, so my dirty little secret is in relation to, he asked why I use Myopic Tools. Why this particular brand of tool. And the simple answer is my mother purchased, I don't have it anymore, she took it back, a little palm sander, a little mouse, one of the little mouse-shaped palm sanders, and she didn't like it because it hurt her hand to use. It vibrated too much. And she gave it to me, and I used it for a good while. So I had battery for that sander. I bought a lithium battery for that sander because these are much lighter, and she had a NiCad battery, which is like a real pain because it's real heavy on that little, and the little tiny palm sander weighs less than the battery, but the battery and it just becomes unwieldy. So I had already had a charger, one tool, and a battery. And you know how it is, like all of these companies get you with their batteries because they're not universal. So once you've got a tool with this battery, you basically end up buying all of these tools with those batteries. And I think the next thing actually that I bought was this little palm router to do some carving work. And then eventually picked up a kit. It had this guy and the circular saw, which I actually really use a lot. And then just recently I got the driver. I had like an off-brand, I threw it away, drill driver for a long time that just fell apart, literally. Like I had it glued and zip-tied and duct taped together and was still using it. It built my fence. And I got a drill driver. But the dirty little secret is, nobody's ever noticed this. Nobody's ever called this out. Nobody's ever, because you know what this is. If you do any shop work at all, you know this is a Myopic tool because this is their obnoxious color. Fishermen would call this chartreuse. But the fact of the matter is, I have rebranded all of my tools. I have rebranded most things in this shop. If you ever see any of my stuff on camera, chances are it doesn't have a brand. It has some made-up brand. And my Myopic brand, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on screen, is Myopic. So this is Myopic Tools, and I've done all this. All of my Myopic products have Myopic on them. Even the charger, which I don't believe has ever been on camera. But even the charger, the circular saw, these all say Myopic on them. And and Myopic is not, I'm not really calling these tools short-sighted. I mean, I guess I am. Maybe you're short-sighted if you purchase them. I don't know. But the real reason is I needed a word that could use that same font and at a glance be mistakable for Myopic. And so Myopic. All right, I couldn't really find another word that visually looks similar. These have been on here for a very long time. If it's been on camera, it probably has these stickers on it. Made all these myself. I'm not going to tell you about any of my other brandings. You'll have to find them in videos, but most things on camera have been rebranded with my own labels that resemble the correct product labels. Just as kind of a joke. It initially started because lots of YouTube guys will paint their tools or put their own name on them or just put tape over the thing so that they don't get all the like, oh, it must be nice to have all those DeWalt tools or whatever. And unless you were to spray paint the entire tool so that it was really unmistakable, it's still obviously, you know, a DeWalt tool if you just put a piece of tape over it. And so I could have just put a piece of tape over it. And in fact, all the batteries just have tape over the Ryobi name, because I never made labels that small. But I decided to go the like Nickelodeon route of making up brands that are similar to the brands that they are representing, and so you have to find them. There's other tools that have labels. And the funny part, the amusing end of the story is my father was over here recently, and you know, he's getting up there, but he hasn't lost it at all, but he just, you know, he doesn't know tools like we know tools, because we look at tools all the time. So he's like, he's like, we're sitting here working, and he said, where do you get these Myopic tools? Who sells those? And I had to tell him, like, Dad, this is Ryobi. This is the same stuff you have. It's just Chevee branded. That's my little story. I hope I didn't ruin your evening and make you go back and watch all of my videos. But then again, if you want to go see these tools in action, go back and watch my videos, and maybe you can find some other stuff that has labels on it. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being my bestest friends. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from earlytelevision.org. What year was color TV invented? In late 1953, the FCC adopted the RCA-compatible system commonly referred to as the NTSC. The first color television sets in the system were sold in 1954. They used a 15-inch screen. Later that year, 19-inch sets were made, and by 1955, all sets were made with a 21-inch picture tube. One size TV.